Hey guys, what's up? So we got my tree up. Magnus is currently under it, probably biting it. It's gonna be a challenge all season with him. Can already tell. Yeah, ain't that right? But we are this week decorating it. I have a bunch of these ornaments that I didn't really like the design on them, and my dad found them in the trash room at our place. So I sanded some of them down. I sanded this one down a little bit to kind of get rid of the sparkles. But then I also have this whole pack of just not the colors that I really want that I'm gonna paint. We're gonna put Pokemon characters on them. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna make for this video. Just depends on how far I get. All right, hey guys, so we're pivoting. And instead of decorating the ornaments, which I let one dry, and this is where we're at with it, and it's Friday. The video needs to get up tomorrow. I don't have the patience nor the time to sit here and paint an ornament 30 times for this idea to come to life. I think I might try next week creating little cutouts out of cardboard or something like that and painting those and just making it a 2D ornament where it's just that. But I don't have the supplies for that right now. So instead, we're gonna do a tarot oracle spread, and then I'm gonna make something off of whatever cards I pull that's kind of embodies the symbolism, characters, whatever that come through. So we have 3 decks. We got the Citadel. This is a fantasy themed one where it's specifically archetypes. So it's got on the back here, the Shepherd, Champion, Musician, Witch, Shepherd, Enchanter, and Queen. Very attracted to the art in this one. Just absolutely beautiful. Let's see. Oh gosh, okay. So here for the Astronomer. So I really like to pull from the art on these ones. What direction is up for you right now? Because this one can have upside down ones in it too, so that is that. And we got my Star Trek mat out. We're not using the Star Trek deck today. I didn't pick that one. But we got one tarot deck. We'll take that out. Like that. So this is up, so we'll put that there. The tarot deck we got is Into the Unknown, Into the Wild Unknown. I usually call it Into the Unknown. But this one I do a lot of inner shadow work with. So that will be exciting to see how that comes out. Oh, and Judgment is on the bottom, of course. I saw this card earlier today on a YouTube video. So yeah, that one. And then the last one is the 5 Chinese elements. So this one takes those 12 zodiac animals and pairs them with the 5 different elements of water, earth, wood, metal, and fire. And then the yin-yang equivalents. So there's 60 cards in this deck for the 60 Bazi pillars, which there's a lot that you can get into with that. I'm not going to explain it right now. So if you really want to know more about this deck, go look into that. But I still don't know quite a bit about it. But it's a lot to do with the elements and the yin-yang. And it's got motivational or little so the metal monkey, which is on the bottom of the deck right now, is let go of control. So dragons have been so popular today, so I'm curious to see if we're gonna get any dragon cards. But let's see, what do I want to start with? I think I want to start with tarot. I don't know how many cards we're gonna pull. I never really know. I kind of just let whatever happens. So yeah, we'll see. I've never done a reading on the channel, so this will be kind of fun. I don't typically record myself with this, so we'll see how it goes. But everyone does it differently. No way is wrong, but I don't know, this would be a fun thing to share more. I really do like doing the interpretive art off of it. So all right, what is the art that we need to draw today? Whenever my ring hits the table, I'm like, oh, okay. There's another one. Alright, just those two for now. We might come back to you. Let's see, we're gonna put that one there for now. This one feels more. Daughter of Pentacles. These ones are different than normal. So normally this would be the Page of Pentacles. The rainbow really sticks out here. And the doe, where it's like innocent energy. And then we have the Six of Wands reversed. The butterfly. Just Six of Wands is a lot about victory. I don't quite remember. Tarot is something that there's still... I've only been really actively doing tarot and oracles since like August. So I'm still quite learning a lot of the tarot meanings. But Pentacles is a lot about finance and money-related aspects. And it's a court card. So court cards are usually people, and that's why it's harder. Just because, you know. Now we're going to get one from the Citadel. At least one. I think a couple are coming through. Ooh, okay. We got a couple that flipped over. The Herald. Small regrets, longing. There's a lot of detail on this card. The hare, the snakes. There's definitely a lot of animal energy. I'm going to put that one there. And we had one other that flipped over when I was doing that. The Dancer, self-expression, strength. Love the Dancer. Got a buzz in my watch too. So that one's going to go there. Kind of this converging energy coming into the center almost. I think I do want to try another. What art do we need to create and express today? It's definitely related to Book of Life. All my spreads are related to that. But it's Book of Life because it shows you life. Alright, so we got two more. The Walker and some birds, which, as you know from the Birds and Blimps videos, birds are still very prevalent in my life. I got a bird deck recently, so I've been creating a bird almanac, which I'll eventually show. And then we have the Captain, taking command, teamwork, and this one's reversed. So the lanterns that are like upside down and hanging like that really stick out to me. I hope you can kind of see what this is showing. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, it's a good distance, so that's that. All right, now I want to get some 5 elements, I think. That feels like it's gonna explain a lot of these connecting types stuff here. There's a lot of plants around here too. We got some, I think those are tulips on the Dancer. Yeah, I just got some. Those have been really prevalent too. Flowers in general, roses. I saw 4 of the dragon emojis come through today, which is a lot, especially as I got an emerald, the earth dragon from this deck yesterday, which is a green dragon. Okay, this deck is always hard in the beginning because it's just so big. What do we need to know about art and expression today? There we go. All right, just that one for right now. I think there's some more that from tarot that want to come out right now. All right, Metal Rat, beware of projection. Number 37. This card's a little bent, which is, this deck takes a beating. It does not like to shuffle very well. And the backs of this one are so pretty. I didn't show the backs, I guess. This is the Citadel. And we have the Witch. which, because I did that, I feel like it is probably part of it. And the witch feels down here, and it's upside down. Experimentation and reflection. I'm not going to do that with tarot because it doesn't feel like the right instinct. But what did I tell you? Roses. The Five of Pentacles with the Four of Wands at the bottom of it, which I saw in a reading earlier today. There's definitely some heartbreak because, like, the sad rose, the Four of Wands reversed. Let's see. This feels like it's right there. I think that's all for tarot. I think there's another one here that wants to come through, though. Maybe a couple more that are in between, connecting these archetypes a bit more. And there's some more plant life that we got in this one. I feel like it's an idea expressing that connect to nature. I'm meant to learn more about nature, plant life, that kind of stuff. What are the final things I need to know about this drawing today? It looks like almost some like, they almost look like cherries, but they're like the unbloomed flowers on this one. And they're moons, double moons coming out with the witch. Okay, what is the final thing we need to know about art and expression? Ooh, okay, we did a jump there for today. Okay. Oh, it feels like it's there. There. I want to do one more final shuffle here on this one. Just a little shuffle and then a flip through. Still seems like, I don't know, there still feels like there's something there. Another big jump. What is the final thing I need to know about art and expression for today? Stopped there on that one, so I think it's that. Cool. All right, yeah. That feels right, so. I might have to write after this. I think I do, because my hand is kind of, yeah, clear here, blockage, fire sheep. Another animal. Well, all of these will be animals, but I haven't had the fire sheep before. So 44. 4 has been significant for me the last few days. Earth dog, connect with your ancestral love, reconnect with ancestral love. All right. And that one is right in here. Gotta like rearrange it all. There we go. And then the center one here, wood snake, enjoy the waiting game, right next to the other snakes from the Herald. So that's kind of our spread. I'll do a little, this one still doesn't feel in the right spot. Is there something more? No. It's just like that. All right, so here's the spread. It will load. You really get to see kind of what I do. This is what I do to build the story. The transformation, the shedding of the skin. We're still in the year of the snake. 42. We have the 6, the beauty. The green and the red. It really reminds me of my raccoon magic deck, and I had a dream about magic decks last night, where I was like opening garage doors or something, and I left a magic box of like cards that I just got or something like that, and I didn't remember where I left it, so then I like panicked and was searching frantically for this magic box, and then I woke up. So I don't know what that's about, but my raccoon deck comes up, and I saw a post about a raccoon getting drunk earlier today. um, Take what you will at that. The rat, like looking at its reflection here. Okay, I gotta look at this post now because I just got another text. But this rat, like looking at its reflection, and the dragon card in one of my the tea leaf deck I have, is like beware of self delusion. So that makes me think of like, I don't know. There's just a lot of like, there's transformation energy that's happening in my chart, in my planet chart, or my astrology chart. Pluto is in Sagittarius, and we're in Sagittarius right now. At the time I'm recording it, it's December 5th, 2025. I gotta look at this text. Let's see here. And my friend was like, this made me think of something about you. So I'm like, okay. It's just someone that sends out little print sticker letter. That was at 12:36. Well, and we have 35. I have another. There's so many texts that are just happening. And I shouldn't be checking this, but they feel a little relevant to this for some reason. Alright, trying to get together with a friend. So, okay, I might just edit that part out because I don't think that was as important, but it interrupted the energy a bit. There's another moon on the sheep card here. And that more is like a full moon, I think, or like a sun. Maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think that is? A sun? A moon? I think it's more moon because it doesn't have like rays or anything. It's kind of like a dark sky. I don't know. It seems big for the moon. But the like way this metal, like the surround, this card sticks out. It's at the top too. So this is, maybe it's like a rat. It's definitely an animal. Ooh. That's cool. So the like circular like pond ripple look of that, and then the tail of the rat kind of having that pattern on it, and it reminds me of the snake a little bit, especially these ones in the hair, or in the herald, but with the hair. Kind of want to read some of the entries here, but I'm not sure which one. Teamwork, ancestral love. Let's look at the herald. I'm curious on that one. It's part of the troop. What page is the herald on? I'll read this out loud to you. $128. 11. Numerology there. Trust that it's the right thing. Nimble hands pluck at the string of a lute, and fragrant smoke curls from beneath the wide brim of a hat. The herald exudes an easy sort of charm that draws others to them as they play their tune. But beneath that smile and easy laugh, there is an undercurrent of melancholy. They think back to the day that their life changed, to the flowers on the hillsides, the hares in the grass, the guard waiting in ambush. Would their fate have been different had they taken a different path back then, or would it have still turned out the same way? It's easy to get caught up in the what ifs, but if you go forward holding on to all of those little regrets, you're going to miss out on the pleasures of the moment. Be your own herald of change and bring something new and more positive into your life. Don't let the force of your own feelings separate you from finding joy in the path you're on now. The eye also coming through. I don't know. We might be just drawing a bunch of random things on a page. I forgot kind of about this Four of Wands a little bit. Okay, what's underneath the Four of Wands? Five of Wands. That was also in the reading earlier, right under it. So there's definitely, and it's across from the okay, that goes there now. That makes sense. It's across from the Five of Pentacles. So the five energy coming through here, the middle of something. We're in the middle. Are we in the middle of Sagittarius by now? I don't know, math's hard. We're probably close getting in there. We just had Gemini and the full moon last night. So I feel like that's why the moon's coming out. I kind of want to read the Witch upside down. Oh, another one from the Troop. Maybe that's part of it. Which the Troop is internal thoughts, identity. So 148, 13. The scent of new fruit hangs in the air, bright and refreshing. A pestle grinds in its bowl, the sound of stone on stone, a soothing repetition. Just as the first plants of spring burst forth from cracks between the paving stone, so too does the witch, pushing their boundaries in search of new magics. Knowledge exists only to be expanded upon, reshaped and reformed to a new and exciting purpose. So this is still part of the upright version, but I'm going to read all of it just because sometimes stuff in the upright version still is applicable to the reversed. So, the world is full of old wisdom, but some advice is too outdated for the modern lives we live now. Tradition is a set of guides, not a strict rule book. If you find that you're being held back by how you should approach a situation, break from tradition and forge your own route. Surround yourself with others who think outside the box and embrace a new tradition. And then reversed section here, it's tempting to buck convention by dismissing it entirely, but most processes become well established because they actually work. While you're busy forging your own path, don't completely forget about the paths that have been laid before you. You can borrow inspiration without being trapped by the rigidity of institution. Borrow, change, and adapt as needed. That's really actually good for the upside down version of it. I mean, good in a certain sense, but the map here is kind of coming up. The map in the book that they have here. So, I don't know. Let's see. What else do we need to know before we start actually just drawing what comes to mind from looking at this? What is this one? The captain, taking command, teamwork. I want to read this one too. I know I'm reading quite a few of them, but we'll see what all makes it in here. And this is part of, what is this one? All of these decks are still, like, again, it's newness. And believing in myself that I know what I'm doing to some extent. Academy. Which the Academy is what? Development and growth. The Captain 64. 10. So we gotten the Wheel of Fortune, Strength, and the Devil. A friendly call, a grin, and a warm handshake. The captain passes in the street with their men, the playful joisting of armored guardsmen, reminiscent of a trustling pack of littermates. In the center of it all, the captain commands their followers with ease, confidence in their position, well aware of the loyalty and love they inspire. They have earned this position through hard work and camaraderie. It may feel safer to attempt a task alone, but some things are easier with a little teamwork. Don't ignore the talents of those around you. You need the experience and diversity of others to accomplish your goal. Be the driving force that's needed to get things done, but make sure to acknowledge the value that each person brings to the table. And then reversed, which it is right now, there is a fracture in the bonds of those around you, causing competition and squabbling amongst people who should be supporting each other. Be the one to reach out and resolve this before your team falls apart. Ooh, and it's close. It's across from the Five of Wands, or diagonal to the Five of Wands here. How long have we been going for? Oh, 26 minutes. Nice. Okay. And then the Four of Wands reversed, which is like success. It's the perfect art. What is it? It's like the perfect. Oh, I have the book right here. The Lord of perfected work. So it's like obstacles, something's delayed. Beware projection. I want to look at the metal rat. I know I'm reading so many, but I think it's okay. I think it's part of how you improve is to read, do the research, see what sticks out. The fact that the captain said litter mates, and it's one of the few cards out here that doesn't have any animals on it. I guess there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that don't have animals out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Oh, we got temperance now. Okay. The metal rat pillar challenges us to see what's real. The elements, metal over water, may appear to be in a supportive relationship, but they're also forceful and cold by nature, as the elements represent the yin season of fall and winter. Yang metal, like a knife, can be swift and sharp, while the rat's yang water, like powerful ocean waves, can catch us by surprise and sweep us far off the shore. Metal only reflects the truth, but our filters of beliefs and preconceived notions tend to distort the truth. The rat's water element also represents fear, which can imprison us from living our dreams. This card often appears as a message to look beneath the surface. Things are not exactly as they seem. The truth is easier to find once you sharpen your vision and attend to the details. Start listening to the quiet voice of your true self instead of the louder inner critic. Managing your expectations will help you prevent disappointments. Release what does not serve reality. Metal Rat also encourages us to take a step back from our relationships and go within for some self-reflection. Do we present ourselves authentically and see our loved ones as they are, or do we unconsciously project our fears and insecurities onto them in our actions? Awareness of our own patterns of projection can help us recognize it in others and allowing us to respond from a place of compassion. From the heavens, words can cut like metal. Think before you speak. Let your words come from a place of truth and non-judgment. Message from Earth. The rat can amplify your fears, friend those fears, and get to know them better so you can be more comfortable in their presence. Interesting. So that really enforces what I was saying about the mirror of the water, like seeing your reflection in water, with the rat being a water element. That's the part that I'm still really learning, is the actual other element of the animal, because the animal has its main element. So the rat will always be a water, but the message from the heavens, or the other pillar, is the one that reflects it, actually. So it's a metal rat, so metal is coming from the heavens and water is coming from the ground. So it's kind of that meaning. Let's see, and that one's 10 for 37. Is there anything else right now, or do I want to draw and see what comes through? The polarity of the green and the red on this one against like these like colors here, and just like green and red opposites there, where we have like go versus stop. So like learning when the right moment to strike, enjoy the waiting game, like knowing when you need to make your move. We have 4 different elements too. Of 4, 2, 7, 5. So we have 8, 10, 6, 8, 16, 10, 26, 6, 26, 32, 5, another 5, if you do the numerology for those ones. Daughter of Pentacles. Rainbows, really important next to self-expression. And Earth Dog, connecting to your ancestors. The duck below, I can never tell. I'm pretty sure there's a little duck right there. And the duck is pretty significant to me. It just has a lot of meaning. It references back to drum corps to me. We had a little sparkly, like emerald green, which is the emerald green is coming through, and we get another like emerald green kind of color. But it's sparkly green, emerald green duck that we had, and his name was Daniel. So, and if you were in drum corps, you know. But if you were, at least if you know who Daniel, it's Daniel with a Y as well, which is important. But there's definitely a period of transformation happening, and it's kind of like, it's about, like, the clearing your blockage makes me think of like getting rid of the stuff that's no longer you. We have kind of that little tiny flame in the background with the sheep like watching over it, so maybe taking a higher perspective. And this one's less sheep and more like, what is it, alpaca? What is the one that's in mountains more? I think it's an alpaca. I don't know my animal knowledge that well, but yeah, stepping into the unknown of the shadow and the unknown of the bird. Oh, okay. The unknown of the bird card coming through. I don't know what I want to draw. What card is coming through with this, but lots of animals. Lots of animals. Another text. Yeah, I don't know the last time I've gotten this many animals in one spread. Yeah, because then we have the butterfly reverse, the victory. What is this one? The Lord of Success? Lord of Victory. Fear of victory. The like way the lanterns are here kind of feels like almost a balancing of scales. Ooh, and while we're in this like period of transformation, as we're finishing the year of the snake, we're entering the final like the dark winter, where we get all the winter signs and such. So it's really like that hermit, like that hibernation kind of period. You're meant to really connect, we're meant to really connect with the ancestral like love and support, and using that to really fuel your expression. And like not letting the preconceived notions of what beauty is supposed to be affect your expression, and like enjoy this period of winter waiting, this like what feels delayed with the upside down 4 of Wands. What feels delayed, like stop feeling like that means like it's the wrong time, because it's not. And the fact that like my video was completely, had to reevaluate and pivot is fine. And now it's probably going to be a longer video, because what is this? 36 minutes we've been here, and I still have to draw something now. So, I don't know, we might just record that, do a few little sketches, and maybe color some of it. I don't know, we're gonna see. So I'm gonna go do that now. Alright, so we're back to the next step. Took a little bit of a break, and now what I like to do is I'm gonna draw out the cards, or like a symbol from the cards that, oh, I don't have like any blues over here. That's fine. I'll use this one. But I'm gonna draw out like a symbol for each of the, I'm gonna start with the rat though. Sorry, I'm like so distracted. It's okay. A symbol for each of the cards so that like if I look back, I can remember which cards it was. I like to document all of my spreads in some way. Since I use it for notes in the Book of Life, it's important to me that I keep note of it all. So there, cute little rat. And then we put number 7. Okay, so the color cube also is something that I use, especially when I'm gonna make art for a reading. And this one has just been kind of screaming in my head, so I'm gonna pull a card from here. And that will help get a better idea of what the art is meant to be. Ooh. 420. So there's been like a desert place that's been building a lot that I've been working on that's like part of Sagittarius, I think. So I think this is like the resort that they find in this like oasis town. Because the tulips have been part of that. It makes sense with the snakes in a desert. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I've drawn all of the symbols for this page. Can you even see it? Yeah. So I've drawn all the symbols from the spread this page. I've cleaned it all up now. And I am gonna now write all in the background of this. I'm not certain if I'm gonna record that or not. I might, because it would be kind of fun to see that time lapse, I guess. And then I'll do a drawing of some sort that kind of combines this element with this card on this page. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but once I do the writing, I'll have a better idea. Okay, so I don't know how I want to finish this video, but here we're gonna be writing this stuff down, and I'm gonna read through this right now, and just kind of say my commentary of it, I guess, and interrupt it and put in what I want, I guess. I don't know yet. It's been really hard to figure out and just let myself work on this video in the right time. And it's longer because I do the reading, and so there's a lot of footage that I have, but I still wanted to make the art for it and like show the whole process of it and really talk about what I actually write and how that kind of goes through, how what I'm doing is actually a form of like auto writing, which is just writing whatever comes to mind immediately. And the art is also a way of kind of doing that too. And so I'm gonna kind of explain, I think, what I got and how I connect this to the book that I'm writing. So if you don't know and you haven't heard, I'm writing a book series. It's called The Book of Life. It follows my astrology chart, and there are different like realms that are represented by different planets or different signs, and they're like, it's steampunk based, Howl's Moving Castle vibes, Detroit Become Human, kind of a whole conglomerated thing. It's fantasy, sci-fi, futuristic. So yeah, and I've been writing it, working on it since about, well, developing the world and designing the world for like honestly the last like 5+ years, but like really sitting down and like trying to flesh out details, like everyday kind of stuff, working on it pretty much since August. It's December now, so been going for a while now, which feels really good to see the progress I have. I'm actually almost done planning all of book 1. At the time of recording this, like, it will be basically, book 1 will be all fleshed out by the end of the month, which is exciting. But anyways, I'm going to read through my writing, just on camera. I don't remember what I wrote. I recorded this on the 5th, I believe it was. It's now the 13th at 3:13 at 3:04 minutes on my recording. Wow, lots of threes there. But yeah, it's all about what I like to talk about here is like how I do these readings and such a bit, and a lot about the part of trying to understand what these cards are actually like trying to get you to think about is really observing and what is your mind drawn to immediately, and then asking like, okay, what does that mean? When we think of a rat, what do you think of? Like, what's, like, not stereotypes necessarily, but also what stereotypes do you think of with a rat? You could go 2 different ways, kind of like that scavenger, kind of underground, kind of almost evil in some senses too, depending on how it's depicted, right? So that's kind of that. Or like the rose is usually beauty, kind of, but there's beauty of some sense because the flower representation, but then also there's the thorns of the roses. So there's always this kind of 2 sides to the same coin kind of idea. But here we go. Characters that we see at this desert oasis place that has been developing and appearing curious to come back and dig deeper. With this newest place being built gives me vibes of the Lotus Hotel. All these illusions, dancers, witch, snake, all trying to steer off path. Wonder what Tea Leaf would have to say about this spread. Color cube number 420. With colors, eggplant, rose tan, apricot, mint gray, and turquoise. Your energy of transformation, the pause. Hotel traps them. They traps them to teach lesson of importance of pausing and reflecting. Looking into the reflection with the rat. Clown, the dancer that keeps appearing in the market in passing by, essentially. In the oasis, appears again, bringing the whole story full circle. The clown is one of the first characters we meet. It's the planet Pluto for my astrology chart, and Pluto is like the center of transformation, of rebirth, like death of the old you, death of like whatever. Nervous energy in my body, running out of time before work. Have to be on soon. Like, I'm saying on in the sense that, like, you have to be, like, on presenting. You have to be out in the world and put on that, like, oh, I'm out in the world now energy. I'm not by myself kind of thing. I don't know if other people can relate to that, but I strongly feel that, and that is, like, an everyday thing. But learning how to change perspective like the fire sheep does. Littermates and ancestors connected. Full moon in Gemini, all the animal spirits that guide throughout. Strong. See what I mean? It's kind of weird. But 25 minutes before need to leave. They fly to get to the land of the oasis. The birds guide them. Blimp takes on its own control. The herald, very significant now to listen. Slow down, notice the synchronicities, intentional cards, without judgment. Right, who shows up in life? A plot plot symbol that repeat. It's hard because the pictures are interrupting the writing right now. Sorry, guys. Symbols that repeat point in forming the herald. My immediate thought goes to Alec, one of the characters in it. And it's interesting because it's a character present through much of the story. But the herald this is, I think, the first time I ever got the herald. He has major transformation here. Knows things Aether, the main character, doesn't. Triggers transformation simply by being there. Messes with time, the inner bell. He's kind of the person that brings Aether to action, that really, like, gets the plot started, essentially, so that, like, bell ring. Structural glue of the plot helps it move forward. Lots more here, many pieces in all the spreads. Really is a period of rest and absorb now rather than continue to gather material, of asking questions on cards that keep appearing. What are they revealing? The captain is new for this spread, appears in the hotel in this oasis. Witch has appeared. Before, can't remember when. Receives a prophecy from the witch, like Oracle of Delphi. Think I spelt it right, not that though. I didn't spell right, which is funny. I have more thoughts and stuff for this spread, but both not enough time or space. Think I'll research/draw something from imagination on Oasis and what they mean. Get a clearer picture of this now and final realm of book 1. And so then I draw the scene that we will see at the end. I'm not sure if it has happened quite yet in the recording. But yeah, I start just drawing. I just drew whatever came to my mind and just trusted that I was going to be able to draw it right because I could see it in my head, like a picture of it. And so none of this spread that I do on the right I don't have any reference images or anything up. It's just from my head. Not sure where the arrows are going to be pointing to yet. There's a sign that has a bunch of arrows on it, and I don't know, but I am really proud of this spread. And just proud of the work I have done in just further expanding my art, further like building this channel, and just how much of a jump I've had in drawing from imagination is really special, because that's a skill that takes it is a hard skill to build because you have to put so much trust in yourself that it might look bad and that's okay. But it also might turn out really good, and that's pretty cool. I'm kind of just flipping through my sketchbook now at this point and looking at some of the other stuff I've done, and I don't know, that's what always makes me so excited about looking at sketchbooks, is just the improvement, the random stuff I've drawn. I've done quite a few pages now in here where all I'm doing is just only letting myself draw from my imagination. And that's what you got to do. You got to keep trying to test yourself, yeah. And allow that space for the imagination to run free. And so much non-judgmental stance of just like, this might look bad and that's okay, but I'm having fun doing it and trying to have fun doing it and getting rid of that pressure of it has to be really good, because it doesn't. Yeah, drawing from the imagination is hard, and I can feel myself getting better at it, which is just really exciting. And this isn't to say that you shouldn't draw from reference, because that's how you learn to draw from imagination, is by actually like trying to draw stuff. And I think I'm gonna do some studies and kind of show how I do that, because I think that could be beneficial for some people, and kind of try to maybe design one of my characters on camera. Feeling like we might design the cat, which could be fun. I don't know. We'll see what next week's video is, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, it just felt like I had to, like, about this video, being like out later than I wanted it to be, it felt like I needed to experience more of life, I guess, before I was ready to really come back and film and edit the rest of the video. So like I've been sitting on the edit of this video like all week. I haven't really done much specifically. The art was already done for the video of all the art stuff I wanted to record. But I had to do like more spreads, more writing, and just more exploration in order to figure out where I needed to go with the direction of this video. And I just really want to draw now. I don't know what, but I just really want to draw. Because I'm just flipping through the sketchbook now, and it makes me happy, but it makes me really mad that it's falling apart. Because I like the sketchbook, but I don't like the actual book, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna have to get some like fancy duct tape, or find some duct tape that I have downstairs probably, and put it on it, which it's fine. It'll be fine. I'll survive. I'll be grumpy about it, but I'll survive. What else? Well, I think this is enough time because I think I needed just about 2 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, put on that bell notification, give the video a like, share, do all the fun things. And oh boy. And as always, stay chaotic, stay creative, and I love you guys.